Howdy, Space Rangers, Captain Phoenix here. Yep, today we're back with another CinemaSins video. The last one did surprisingly well, so I'm gonna milk this series for all it's worth. Not really, as mentioned in my last video, I don't do this regularly, I just do it for movies I'm passionate about. So, like with the last one, I talked about Encanto and how it was like my favorite movie of the year, sort of, like top 3, and one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. Well, we're doing the same thing here. I'm sinning the guys who sinned Finding Nemo. For those who don't know, Finding Nemo is like my favorite movie of all time. I just find that thing to be a gem, a masterpiece, and honestly more people should watch it. Everyone's out here saying, oh, the best Pixar movies are Incredibles, or Wall-E, or Ratatouille, or the Toy Story films. Nah, fam, it's Finding Nemo all the way. And yes, I do think Finding Dory is a worthy sequel. Fight me. So I figured because it's my favorite movie, and I already made a video on Encanto, one of my favorite Disney movies, I figured I'd also make a video on Finding Nemo, my favorite movie of all time, where CinemaSins actually sinned this. Yes, they actually went to this movie and decided to find problems with it. So this video is defending Finding Nemo to an extent. I'm going to be sinning CinemaSins, all their flaws in their video, and what they failed to mention in Finding Nemo. So stick with me, guys, as we go through this. And as mentioned, I'm not planning on making this a regular series, though I could do a few more videos. I could do like a couple more videos of this kind of thing if you guys are interested in that. So if you want me to do everything wrong in CinemaSins, Lion King, or Finding Dory, or things like that, you know, movies that I really did like, some I consider to be my favorites of all time, hit the like button, obviously make that like count grow, give me more views, so that I know this series will do well. And of course, tell me what movies you want to know. Let me know in the comments down below. Without further ado, let's begin. Here's everything wrong with Finding Nemo. And also, before I start, I also made a review on this movie as to why I love it so much. Links to those reviews will be down below. It's a part 1, part 2. I advise you watch both parts. So links will be down below, and now let's begin.
46 seconds.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Buster Brown. 1,000 sins just for this video existing. Finding Nemo is the most perfect movie in every way possible, and I would sin every sin in this whole video, but since I have more important things to do, I'm going to account for all of them by giving you 1,000 sins. Yep, no matter which way you slice it, this is the most sinned video I've ever given CinemaSins. Even if you add up all the sins I gave in previous videos, it still won't come close to the tally here. So yeah, there you go.
When you said you wanted an ocean view.
The black sin bar appears out of nowhere. It wasn't even there at the beginning of the video. Looks like someone made an editing mistake.
There's a lot of other clownfish had their eyes on this place.
Every single one of them.
That's interesting, since while this movie gets a ton of actual real clownfish facts correct, real ones live in communities where only the alpha male and female are permitted to breed, making me wonder why there are so many damn clownfish clans in this tight vicinity to be competing for marlins and anemone.
He's right. That is a true fish fact. One sin off. I forgot this was back in CinemaSins' heyday, back when Jeremy actually used his brain when watching movies.
Fish knocks marlin everything.
Coral.
Movie kicks you in the balls at the 4-minute mark, and your balls will not recover.
And that's a sin. Why? No, seriously, the movie did its job in making you feel things and getting emotional. How is that a sin of the movie?
Oh man. I'm only laughing because when I went to Wikipedia to research that earlier sin about breeding habits of the clownfish, I read that they're hermaphrodites. So if the alpha female of the clan is killed, the strongest...
Oh yeah, this was back when Jeremy did do research for the movies he sins. Why am I so surprised when I remember that? Gosh, how the times have changed. It's like looking into a way back machine.
I promise I will never let anything happen to you.
Again.
Marlin had no choice in the matter. He was knocked out while the Barracuda ate his family. Plus, he also did do his best. He fought the Barracuda. Why are you making it seem like it was his fault?
So weird that we even refer to ourselves by the human-given name of clownfish, but that's another story altogether.
How would you like them to refer to each other? Hey, boy, how's your day? You're species, aren't you?
In the zones of the open sea.
I doubt it was this exact one, but I'm sinning this motherfucker for being the same species or cousin species of that thing that killed Steve Irwin.
That's a spotted eagle, not a stingray. You're being racist, get it? And also get your facts right. Also, Jean-Michel Cousteau was better. And yes, for the sole reason that he did do the documentary in this movie. So I'd rather watch him over Steve Irwin any day.
Learns the school kids are headed for the drop-off.
Marty? Who the fudge is Marty? Did you seriously not get Marlin's name right? You said you did research. How did you mess it up?
Fish only notice the scuba diver when we do, which is when he comes into frame. Why did no one see him the entire time Marlin, the teacher, and all the students were
Another valid sin. One sin off.
looking in this direction? Okay, so I've seen this movie before. I know the ultimate moral is that Marlin should let Nemo live his life and not be a nagging rules-based father. But the problem is, this scene that sets the entire movie in motion sort of proves that Marlin was right, and Nemo was a dumbass.
Okay, so it seems you've missed the entire point of the movie. To simplify it for you, Nemo would not have gone to touch the boat if Marlin wasn't being overprotective. If Marlin let Nemo live his life or gave him a little more freedom, Nemo would have trusted Marlin more, or at the very least wouldn't feel so squeezed by Marlin, and he wouldn't go and touch the boat because he would actually listen to his father's decision. Thus, Nemo wouldn't go touch the boat because Marlin wasn't being overprotective, and Nemo wouldn't rebel. It's both their faults. Honestly, I can't. You've missed the entire point of this film, and I do not have the time or energy to explain all the themes and just the deepness of this movie to you right now. So what I can do though is I can direct you to a video where I go in depth with all of this stuff this movie gives. And so all you have to do, Jeremy and my audience, is click the link down below. That's right, my review of Finding Nemo involves me going into the themes and messages of this movie way better than what Jeremy is trying to do. So again, link down below. And yes, I will also put in the comments for those people who don't know what a description is.
And we gotta find a fish that can read this. Hey, look, shark! No.
After Marlin just sat in on a shark AA meeting and these sharks have done nothing to eat them, he still thinks they'll eat him, which causes him to panic and chase after Dory, which then starts a chain reaction to Bruce's relapse.
Okay, you know what? Ignoring whatever he just said there, I mean, based off the following scene, he's right, isn't it? Like, even if we're gonna pretend that, like, okay, fine, Marlin caused Bruce's relapse by making Dory bleed, if Bruce was able to fall that quickly after just smelling a drop of blood, what makes you think he wouldn't have tried to eat them sooner? Marlin is in the right here.
But why can you read? You're a goddamn fish. If fish can read in this universe, why is Marlin so mind-blown about it?
Now, because Finding Dory didn't come out when this video was made, I won't add a sin. However, I won't also take a sin back for it being a sin only for this movie. I will say though that you all should go see Finding Dory. It's definitely a good movie and a follow-up to Finding Nemo. I won't add any sins as I mentioned.
That's great, but you were not on any of these walls a second ago in the wide shot.
Another true sin. Here's your sin off.
Can't hear you, Peach.
I said we got a live one.
Yes! Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
What do we got?
Root canal.
The fuck? You just established they can't understand her unless she has one or two of her arms off the glass. Then immediately ignore that rule?
Okay, I'm about to have a radioactive meltdown. Stop giving valid sins! God damn it, one sin off.
Individual baggies, then we'll roll ourselves down the counter, out of the window.
Holy shit, everything was good to the point of getting in the bags, but then you're going to roll the bags? How? And then the window is magically going to be open? How?
I mean, considering the fact that the movie has shown us that they can roll the bags and that the dentist's office is almost always, the office window is almost always open, except for when Nigel comes, I don't know what this sin is trying to say.
She is sub-level, dude.
Okay, so Dory is lying on top of this turtle's back, all unconscious and shit. But just a second ago, they went through some sort of roller coaster ride where Marlin had to hold on to crush his shell. So who kept Dory in place?
I mean, considering the fact that the movie has, wrong sin, beep. You do know that Dory's not unconscious, right? She woke up way before Marlin and made herself acquainted with the baby turtles. She then played hide and seek with them, that's why she's lying down with her eyes closed. So to answer your question, Dory held herself down. Another example of CinemaSins manipulating the scene to their advantage. Who knew that they've been doing this since the beginning? So here are two sins then. One for needing your hand held while watching the goddamn movie, and another one for blatantly lying to your audience. It's like 1 minute you're too dumb to watch the movie, and next minute you're so smart you can actually manipulate the scenes to lie to your audience. What is wrong? Is there multiple personality? Jesus, I can't even say that word. Multiple personality disorder I don't know about?
Marlin, the only dad who ever looked food. Okay, so this time the dentist hears the giant pelican smacking the window. That's convenient to the tension of the scene, if you ask me.
Not really. In this same video, you showed that the first time he smacked into the window, he only hit his head. Here, he did a full body assault on himself. Of course it would be louder.
The dentist is just so dumb he doesn't look over here. Fine. Whatever. But how is the pelican speaking English to fish without making any noise a human can hear?
He's not speaking English, he's speaking animal. It's just done in a way that the in-universe dentist won't hear or understand this, but won't hear or understand it. Sorry, I don't know what is going on with my voice today. But the in-universe dentist won't hear or understand it, but we, the out-of-universe audience, can. Are you sure you're not a child who needs his hand held?
Heroes get trapped in a wheel cliche.
How many movies have you seen where that happens? I can think of at most 3.
Okay, so this whale has a uvula, and whales just don't have uvulas, which is weird because I was told the filmmakers really went into crazy detail on everything about all the creatures in this movie. You know, beyond the personification inaccuracies in order to tell the story.
Okay, who let Jeremy watch Nat Geo Wild? Give me the remote. He's becoming too smart. We're switching back to Cocomelon. Once and off.
Possible. Marlin and Dory hop down the length of the pier instead of going at a right angle and getting in the water in 2 hops. It's the Prometheus school of running away from things for the 2nd time in this movie.
I said, give me the goddamn remote. Once and off.
Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo 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 doo.
No one's ever stuck with me for so long before.
How would you know?
Maybe it's due to the fact that even up to now, she isn't seen with a single companion aside from Marlin. Like, even if she has memory loss, wouldn't you think that her companion would be by her side in order to make sure she's safe? And also, on top of that, also, the fact that she says she remembers things when she's with Marlin obviously jump-started her brain into remembering that she was alone for most of her life.
There's no way you're gonna make me.
Hilarious, but 2 things. Obviously, there's no way Dory has the strength to lift a freaking crab out of the water. But next, how does she even know there are hungry seagulls waiting above the surface? Even if she did, she'd forget stuff easily. So I'm gonna play buzzkill here. You know, like that's a surprise.
What do you mean she obviously has no strength? The movie is literally showing you she has the strength.
Sandy Plankton knew everything wrong back in 2003, but thankfully for us, he did not start a YouTube channel to share his thoughts.
Honestly, if Sandy Plankton invented and took the brand of CinemaSins, this would probably be a better world.
Yes! Yes!
Final sin. Your slogan is no movies without sin. Yeah, well, this movie is perfect and this whole video is made and spent proving you wrong. Don't try and pull another stunt like this again, CinemaSins, okay? Good. I'd also advise you to look at your own comment section. They actually provided more valid sins of the movie in 1 line of writing than you did in your entire video. So 10 sins for being wrong and dumber than everyone else. And so the sin tally comes up to 1,024 sins. And the sentence is, swim with a shark in open sea with no cage without thinking they can harm you. As well as not harming you, you overconfident bastard. Anyways, before I finish up this video, guys, I have a challenge for you. Get this video out to 16 likes. I know it's a bit high. I was thinking if we can at least try a milestone thing. So we can start with 8 likes, then let's move up to 13, then 16. So my first challenge for you would technically be 8 likes, but the end goal would be 16. So I'm still gonna start with the end goal anyway. So get this video up to 16 likes, but start with 8, obviously. And I don't care how long it would take. Honestly, I do care. It'd probably take me a month before I end this challenge. But if we can get this video up to 16 likes, I will do another Sins video where I dunk on CinemaSins for making fun of another good movie. I'm thinking The Lion King, 1994, not 2019, you goddamn Gen Z children. So yeah, get this video up to 16 likes and I will sin CinemaSins for sinning The Lion King. Or better yet, let's make this challenge a bit more spicy. Get this video up to 8 likes, I will sin Lion King. Get it up to 13 likes, I'll sin Finding Dory. Get it up to 16 likes, I will do whatever movie you guys request, specifically from you guys. So 8 likes, Lion King. 8 likes, Lion King. 13 likes, Finding Dory. 16 likes, whatever my audience wants. The most liked comment will get a sins video, sinning CinemaSins for sinning that movie. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so very much for watching. I know the editing wasn't at its best today. That's all my bad. Forgive me. I'm not a good content creator. But you should go check out my other videos, including my Finding Nemo review, where I actually give reasons as to why I think it's the best movie. So links down below. Obviously, go check out my second channel, Penguin Ninja. I post a bunch of nonsense over there. And the other day, I also did something a bit on the Will Smith, Chris Rock drama. So you might find it enjoyable. Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I have been Captain Phoenix. Be sure to like if you like, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be part of the team. Slap a cow. And with that, I will see you in another universe. Goodbye, my Rangers.